Hey guys, Leon here, and in this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 tips on how to stop drinking. So tip number 1 is to understand that you are not the problem. Now this is probably contrary to everything that you've ever heard before about how to stop drinking. Most people are going to make it sound that you are the problem. It's your fault, you're the alcoholic, you've got the problem, you've got low willpower. It's totally wrong. Right? Alcohol is one of the most addictive substances on the planet. And not only does alcohol make it incredibly hard to stop just by the way that it's designed, because it's a drug, but you've also got years upon years upon years of societal conditioning. What do I mean by societal conditioning? I mean that everywhere you go, everywhere you look, you will see people drinking alcohol. And it's totally normal, right? Taking drugs in our society, when it's alcohol, is totally fine. And because you can see many people that seem to be in control of their drinking, whatever that means, that if you somehow become out of control and somehow, the one drink turns into too many multiple times, nobody blames the alcohol. Everybody blames the person. It's you that's the problem. This is wrong. It's 100% wrong. In fact, it's dangerous. And, I went to AA in the past when I tried to stop drinking, and that's what I was told. I'm an alcoholic. I'm the problem. If I don't go to meetings, I'm a dry drunk. It's not right. It's wrong. And you're not the problem. The problem is the drug. And you've got to understand this before you make a decision to stop. And if you don't understand this, then you're going to use willpower. And the thing is if you believe that you're the problem, you become very hard to fix. If you're not the problem and you remove alcohol and you get on with your life and all your problems go away, that kind of is enough evidence to me to say that you're not the problem. So that's the first tip, is to understand this key principle. You're not the problem. The drug is the problem. You've got to get rid of the drug. You don't need to change who you are on a fundamental level. You need to get rid of the drug. The second tip is, once you've got that understanding that you're not the problem, is you need to then educate yourself on the truth about alcohol. You need to understand exactly what is going on. What is this conditioning? Why do I drink? Why is it so hard to stop? What are all these thoughts and these belief patterns that make me think that alcohol gives me something? Because, I used to think this. I used to think that alcohol is going to give me courage, confidence, strength, charisma, all these cool things. And it's bullshit. Alcohol doesn't give you any of this stuff. In fact, it completely takes it away from you. When I drank alcohol, my confidence was lower, my happiness was lower, my energy was lower. And if you look at the way alcohol is marketed, if you see it in the movies, if you see it anywhere, you're going to see charismatic people, sophisticated people. It gets marketed as this amazing substance that's going to give you all this amazing stuff. It's so wrong. Now, what I would say is that if you're trying to stop drinking, is you need to start educating yourself on this conditioning. And you need to understand that it's a gimmick. It's all this one big plan to get you to keep drinking. So you've got to start educating yourself, and you've got to start awakening your mind to these things that are going on. So I did create the SOBERCLEAR free training, and you can take that by clicking the link in the description. And some people do say that that is enough to get them on this path of understanding the trap that they're in. They're understanding the conditioning. So what I'd recommend is that you start educating yourself, and you can do that for free by clicking the link below this video to take the SOBERCLEAR free training. It's an hour long and it will blow you away. It's true breakthrough content. Guys, tip number 3. Now this is going to be contrary to probably everything that you've ever heard before. If you go to an AA meeting, they're not going to tell you to do this. If you use willpower, they're not going to tell you to do this. Rehabs might, but I don't know because I never went there. But the next tip number 3, is get straight into building a better life for yourself. Now this is a problem that I see a lot of people doing when they try to stop drinking, is they wait for this magical moment. They sit around and they hope that something is just going to go boom, and then all of a sudden they're fixed, their problems go away. This doesn't work. And doing this is just going to prolong the period of time where you've stopped drinking and it's out of your life, and you could be on building a better life. If you're waiting for a magical moment to happen, I'm sorry, but it's never going to happen. The trick to staying stopped is, as soon as you've stopped drinking, boom, go straight into building a better life for yourself. Right? You've got to go straight into it. You've just got to get on with it. Get back to the gym. Get your career on path. Start the business. Do whatever. Because once you've gotten rid of alcohol, that's when the true miracles can start to come in your life. Now, That's what I did. When I stopped drinking, I didn't wait around. I didn't sit around and dwell. Literally, within days of stopping, I got back to the gym as a self-employed personal trainer with no savings, no backup cash, nothing, and just got on with it. I'm not going to piss around. I'm not going to... Sorry, but it's just not me. I'm not going to go and sit in a meeting and complain about my life. I'm going to go... I didn't stop drinking because I want to be spiritually cleansed or anything like that. I stopped drinking because I wanted more for my life. It's that damn simple. I wanted more for my life, so as soon as I stopped, that's exactly what I'm going to go after. And that's what you've got to do as well. You've got to start building a life that you don't want to escape from. You've got to build a life that if you relapse, that's going to cause you so much pain, so much anguish, so much destruction that it's going to hurt. And that's where you want to be. You want to be in a position of life where bringing alcohol back into your life is just not going to be worth it. So that's the next tip. Tip number 4, guys, is to join a sober community. What do I mean by a sober community? I mean, you've got different types of communities when you try to stop drinking. And some of them are going to be really negative. Some of them are going to be all about complaining and poor me and, oh, I relapsed today. Please can everybody like this and comment on this? You don't want to join a community like that. Oh, my exposure is going crazy. Hang on. The thing is, you don't want to join a community like that. You want to join a community that is uplifting and it's got stories of people that are living their best quality of life without alcohol. So what I'd recommend is to click the link below as well to join the Sober Clear community. It's totally free and you've got some amazing members that have not only just stopped drinking, but they've also started building a better life without alcohol, which is the key. That's the biggest key. So that's the next tip, is to join a sober community. Tip number 5 kind of follows on from one of the previous points, but it's to set a goal in a new area of your life. So when you stop drinking, right, you're gonna get a lot of benefits, right? You're gonna start feeling more clarity, you're gonna start feeling more energy, and you're gonna start wanting more out of your life. So what I'd recommend is you choose an area of your life that you want to work on and set a very small goal. So maybe it could be fitness. I like fitness as a first goal to work on because it's pretty simple. And usually when you've been abusing your body for years, fitness can be a real good catalyst for change in the rest of your life. So I'm going to use fitness as an example for this, but it can be anything. It could be business, it could be a relationship, you could start dating again, you could do anything. But fitness is an awesome way to start because, you know, you might have put on a little bit of weight or you might be a little bit underweight. It could be either way. But when you stop drinking, you know, make a very small goal. Like maybe you're going to exercise for 10 minutes a day. 7 days a week, just 10 minutes, you know, maybe some star jumps, some skipping, some sit-ups, whatever. And if you work on this small goal, this will compound over time. So this is the whole point. The whole point of everything I make is not about sitting around and waiting for this magical moment. It's about stopping drinking and going straight into building a better life for yourself. That is how you stop drinking and you stay stopped. Because so many people stop for a few days, a few weeks, a few months and relapse because they are using willpower and they're not educating themselves and they're thinking that they're the problem and they're making all these mistakes. But the real truth is to go and start setting goals, start making progress in your life. So yeah, so I'd recommend, you know, a small habit, maybe 5 minutes of meditation a day or maybe 10 minutes of exercise a day. Set a small goal that's kind of like process focused, so you're focused on doing it. Don't set a goal to lose 50 pounds or add 50 pounds of muscle in the first 12 weeks of stopping drinking. Start small and let things build over time. Once those things have built into something substantial, the pain of drinking is going to be pretty extreme. And the final tip that I've got for you guys is going to be to be firm with your friends. A lot of people say this, I get this question a lot, like, if I stop drinking, what about my friends? What about if I go to the pub and I'm not drinking? Well, they might encourage you. They might say, oh, go on, lad, you can just have one. You could just have one drink, blah, blah, blah. This can make or break a lot of people. So what do you do when your friends are there saying, go on, lad, just have one, just have one? Well, you've got to be very, very firm with these people. You've got to say, no, I'm not drinking at the moment, you know. You can say, I'm listening to Leon on YouTube. Now, I'm joking, you don't say that. But you can say, listen, I'm not drinking at the moment. Please don't offer me that again. Oh, go on, you can have just one. And then you've got to be extremely firm. I do not appreciate you doing this. You're actually sabotaging me. Don't speak to me like that again. They will shut up. They will get the point. And what will probably happen is that they'll see you start to do good things in your life. They're going to see you maybe make a bit of progress in the gym, or You know, get your career back together. Start making progress at work. Maybe your relationship's going to get a little bit happier. And you watch how they change. You watch how they start coming to you for advice. So you've got to be firm with friends. And it's very difficult. It's actually a big challenge that a lot of people face. But that's my advice, is to just be very firm with them. Don't let your friends sabotage you. They might just, go on. You've got to say no, and you've got to stand up for yourself. So guys, there we go. That's my 6 tips to stopping drinking. If you click the videos on the screen now, you can learn more about my alcohol transformation story and 5 benefits to stopping drinking. Thanks.